All right, Team Civics, we're almost there. We're going to put together all of these influencing ideas like a puzzle, and we're going to come up with a conclusion. What influenced what? Who was responsible for who? All the great stuff you need to know. Buckle in. Let's hit this thing. All right, your Magna Carta, an oldie but a goodie. It established the idea of rule of law. Nobody was above the law, even the kings. Now, it would be like the president. President is not above the law. The U.S. Constitution was inspired by the Magna Carta. It's a set of rules that everyone has to follow. Moving along to my second favorite MC. MC, Mayflower Compact. Basically, 41 pilgrims left England searching for religious freedom. Before they got off the boat, they're like, look, fellas, if we don't have some kind of rule, we're going to have anarchy. It's going to be chaos. So we've got to set up some kind of government. We don't want England's government, so we've got to make our own. This was the first example of a social contract and also self-government. Very, very important that you know this was the first example of self-government in the Americas. They agreed to certain rules so that they could have some order in their government, in their colony. This became the preamble to the Constitution. Moving right along with good old English Bill of Rights. This established individual rights for people. There were certain basic rights everybody was entitled to. Kind of sound like John Locke and his natural rights? Yeah, it should. Our U.S. Bill of Rights, which is the first 10 amendments, came directly from this. And finally, Thomas Paine's common sense. Look, guys, it's just common sense. He basically said that we should be able to represent ourselves. There's no reason for England to be controlling the American colonies when they're so far away. He argued that England really did not have America's best interest at heart. He argued that they were taxing people without representing them in government. He argued that the American colonies weren't really like England. They didn't worship the same. They weren't the same kind of people. And finally, he just said, look, let's use some common sense. We're 13 individual colonies. Why should we answer to this little island thousands of miles away and separated by an ocean? We are our own people. Thomas Paine's Common Sense was a series of articles that inspired the Declaration of Independence. It was written in 1776, and it supported the people electing their own president and electing their own Congress. All right, so we put that all together. Magna Carta, rule of law. Mayflower Compact, self-government. English Bill of Rights, basic individual rights. Thomas Paine's Common Sense, representative government. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what you need to know. 3 minutes or less, the key phrase, it's in the hole. Write this on your paper, you get bonus points. It's in the hole.